Okay, I got the stream up. Chat's just coming up here. What? Okay. Chat's coming up. Just give me a sec here. We're gonna run a little poll. Day Night OG, Old School Dave, Faithless Follower, Russ the Hunter, I Smoke a Lot. Alright. What a day. How am I gonna just got into the new hotel. So let's run a poll. Let's start a poll. Did MC Frosty pass the 5-panel drug and alcohol test? We'll run that for half an hour. No is getting to the big lead here. I never was firing, threatened for not passing it, just so you know. Okay. Well, all right, so first off, we got our first paycheck last night, guys. Welcome to the MC Frosty show. Tetris Effect, guys. It's an easy no. I'll say I got the results. I got the results at end of day today. I did get the results at the end of the day. So like maybe like a couple hours before we got here, we had to drive a bit to get here. And that was for the drug test was for specific clients. In like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. Okay, not all clients require pre-screening before the job. South to west. So I didn't sleep that well last night. I was so anxious to see what I got paid. So I got paid at midnight. Okay, cleared 1,200, just under 1,200, like 1,190. So that's more than I expected. I thought I was going to clear 1,000. Ended up with 1,200. I haven't even checked my pay stub yet. This is my poker face, by the way, guys. This is why I got my glasses. Plus, there's a bright light in my face. Jimmy, what up? I did make a credit card payment. I made a payment to my line of credit. I paid back the money that I borrowed to last week to help me get by to payday. I paid off my cell phone. That's at zero. I've been running like maybe 1 month behind on that usually. That's all paid off. I made my minimum payments on my credit card. Actually, I'd already made my credit card payment this month, so that my minimum payment was down. But I threw $100 on my credit card, threw $100 on my line of credit. That's the minimum payment, and paid off my cell phone bill. It was like 116 or something, and I paid off the money that I borrowed. Sold my razor to shave my face. No. So yesterday I didn't stream. We had a pretty long day. It was 12 hours. It was kind of cool. The hotel we stayed in last night, they overbooked. So when we got there, like we got like corporate discounts and shit at most hotels. Anyway, they upgraded us last night, so we actually got a room with like it was like totally unnecessary, but there was like a separate room for kids with like a fucking bunk bed and like Xbox and shit like that. So we anyway, yeah. So that was it was unnecessary, but yeah, it was kind of living big. But I was so tired yesterday, and I was just like, just wanted to fucking, just wanted to wait and get my paycheck. Just kind of like whatever. I know I said I was gonna take you guys out for supper and shit tonight, but it was a long day, so we went to head office today this morning. Okay, I'm just saying I got my results for the drug test at the end of day. I'm just saying. So went to head office, met the big wigs in the company, like the VPs and higher ups. So that was nice. Did training all day. That was pretty intense. I can't really divulge what I was being trained on, but it intimidated me. I'll say that. Maybe I'll get into a little bit. CBD. Did I pass the drug test? Well, I'm running a poll right now, so feel free to vote. Right now, what's it at? We got 21 votes and 57% say yes, 43% say no. What do you think, CBD? How was the bagged breakfast the other day? It was like a 6 out of 10. It was a cold breakfast sandwich, which should have been microwaved, which I should have microwaved, but we were on our way out. There was yogurt, which was okay. There was a banana nut muffin. There was cheese and a little juice box, orange juice. And I got some coffee with that as well. How many nanograms of fentanyl? Discount Donut. What up? Grizzle Lang. Did I pass? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I'm not a big muffin guy, Grizzle Lang, but it was okay. It was all cold. I ate the breakfast sandwich. Like, I opened it up and it was like, I'm sure the bacon was cooked, but I still fucking ate it. It was cold. Nothing. The cheese wasn't melted or anything. Had another free breakfast this morning. Pretty standard continental, but the bagels were delicious with cream cheese. And then we went for training. Today. So we were in the class just on the laptop doing online trainings and shit like that. As I said, it was pretty intimidating. Pretty kind of intimidating. Just saying. And then we also got the air conditioner fixed at the head office. I got a mechanic in there to take a look at the air conditioning in the truck. So I guess the problem with it was the compressor. I don't know much about cars or mechanic. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights, what up? Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, I did. I got a job. It's good. This is my third week. I just got my first paycheck today. It was just under 1,200 Canadian dollars. I had overtime that week. So there was 7 hours of overtime on that, just so you guys know. And there's $50 per diem on there. So it was a 5-day week. So I believe that was $250. So my regular pay with the overtime would have been approximately $940. I didn't even look at my pay stub. I don't know what my hourly rate is yet exactly. I'll figure that shit out after. Summer Rain, how's work? So today today was classroom training, and then while we were doing that, the mechanic fixed the air conditioner in our truck. It hasn't been working. Like the other day, it was so fucking hot. By the way, when I said that we couldn't work at above temperatures, certain above temperatures over 30 degrees is what I said. It's just one chemical that we were using. It has a volatility rate which becomes active after 30 degrees or somewhere around there Celsius. So we weren't actually using that chemical. If you guys recall, we ran out of a certain chemical. That was the chemical we ran out of We had to go pick up some to replace it. That was a different chemical with no volatility. So we are able to actually spray using non-volatile chemicals or herbicides. CPD. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So it's weekly pay from now on. I didn't do overtime on the second week. I think I got like 42 or 43 hours in, something like that. This week has been a little bit less because we didn't work Monday. We drove on Tuesday. We sprayed all day yesterday. That was like a 12-hour day, but we still had 9 hours. Oh yeah, we pissed and drove on Tuesday. We had the drug test on Tuesday. So today's 48 hours after that. And then we drove a bunch. If you recall, the first drug test, they fucked up the paperwork, chain of custody or something. So we had to go and do another one, which cost us like 2 hours extra of driving time. Canceled the training that we had that day for today. Yesterday we sprayed all day. It was like 12 hours. We finished up the job that we started last week. And today was a long day. So yeah, I was saying we had training. While we were training, they fixed the air conditioner. So what happened was he replaced the compressor. This is aftermarket air conditioner, by the way. So the guy put a new compressor in, and then he found there was a leak in the fluid or whatever. So he had to drain it and then fucking patch that up and then fucking refill it. So after we didn't finish the training. But when we left, because we have a job to do tomorrow. When we left, it was fine, but it was late. So we drove like an hour away. I actually took my foreman out for lunch. She took me out to Boston Pizza last night. We had some pizza and wings. And a beer, and so today I took her out to this was a French chicken chain, kind of like Saint Hubert. It's called like Benny and Co. We had like his chicken breast meal. It was pretty good, pretty tasty. However, when we went to turn the truck on, there was a loud squeaking, chirping noise coming from the engine. We thought it was coming from the back at first, thought it might have been brakes or something, but as soon as she stepped on the gas, squealing noises. So we were about an hour away from head office where they put in the Jimmy, probably a fan belt. So we pulled over, we called head office, they sent out the mechanic, had to drive out, so we had to wait there for an hour. He looked at it, and yes, the belt is like rubbing against. The belt was yeah. We checked the oil and everything. We did all that kind of stuff just to see what was up, but it was very loud. So he checked it, and apparently the compressor is like, because it's all aftermarket. So he put it in. And apparently it's like rubbing against the fan belt or something like that. Yeah, Ricci squeal sound. Yeah, making mad noises. So my foreman was concerned, like, are we going to make it to our destination? She didn't want to break down on the highway. So the guy came out, took a look at it. He tried to put some, like, I don't know, some kind of lubricant on it or something like that. But yeah, no, he determined that when he put the the compressor in, he put it in a little too close, like very, very, like they might just have to like shimmy something off the compressor or something like that. I don't know how that fucking shit works, but yes, it was the belt rubbing against something, making that noise. So we basically asked, is it going to break on us? And he said, no, you should be able to make it to your destination. And you should be able to make it back to Cornwall, because we're probably coming back to Cornwall tomorrow night. So he said to check it every like 100 kilometers, like just pull over, look at it. If there's anything coming off of it, like any like wires coming off of it, just clip the wires. Don't clip the belt, but like clip the wires and should make it back. But we checked it when we arrived, and it was all good. It was all good, but it's still squeaking. But the air conditioning's still working and everything, so it's all good. They didn't adjust it. Yeah, I don't know. Tulsa Grinder King thing. No, I didn't get a poutine. We each had the same thing. It was a chicken breast combo, so it came with fries, gravy, coleslaw, and a drink. Maybe the drink wasn't included, but yeah. So then while we were waiting for the mechanic, I got my results from the drug test. Crack Rock Steady. What up? Yeah, we didn't break down. So we're going to take a look at the poll here and see what you guys think. Did MC Frosty pass the 5-panel drug and alcohol test? So it's actually 2 tests that they run the urine through. Alcohol, never really a concern of mine. 5-panel drug test, guys, again, that includes THC, PCP, cocaine, opioids, methamphetamine. That's not methamphetamine, amphetamines, which methamphetamine is included. Also regular amphetamines, also MDMA. Did I pass the test? You guys are saying we're going to end the poll. So we had 38 votes with no winning, 52%. Yes at 47%. Shkoneski. Close poll. Yeah. Again, this is for a client, specific client who requires help. You know, safety concerns. There is thresholds for each substance. 50 nanograms per. They do an initial test, and then if you're negative on the initial test, then they do a secondary test, which actually is lower. But there are allowed allowed amounts for each of those substances. THC is a 50 nanogram per milliliter level. That Angel Dust, what up, Endo 11? Yeah, so you do think I passed it? Well, guys, I hate to break it to you. I know you guys have been watching MC Frosty for a long fucking time. I know you guys think I do drugs. But the correct answer is yes. I passed the drug test. As I knew I would. Aaron Shred, what up? So, all you folks out there, this is the new phase of MC Frosty, guys. This is the new phase. All right? Now we got money. And I'm sober, guys. I'm fucking sober. Can you even believe it? Jojo Dogman, I got the straight edge. What did you do with Frosty? You're not Frosty, that's right. This is Jordan. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. Stop fucking being like that, man. So yeah, guys. Prove that I ever even did drugs. Prove it, bud. Now it's on record that I'm clean. Damn. They didn't say shit about alcohol. No. Okay. So the training today. So what actually happens is if you pass the drug test, so it comes negative, they don't call and tell you. They don't call and tell you. They just tell your employer. So my general foreman actually informed me that I passed it. I hadn't received a call all day, and I was like, oh. Okay, CBD. Let's go. Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, let's smoke a fat joint to celebrate. So okay, so our training. So they were training. It was mostly about the clients that requested the pre-screening. Okay. Oh my god. These clients, they don't play. Okay, like I can't even really talk about them. I can't really talk about them. I'm not gonna say who they are or anything, but they don't fucking play. Okay, these guys are actually like ridiculously massive companies. I'm just saying. Okay. And they take health and safety quite seriously, obviously. And no, I will not be smoking any joints, okay, because I think I may be working for one within a week or two, and who fucking knows what kind of testing they have on site. Okay, I'm just saying. Thank God I implemented that fucking no smoking weed during the week fucking policy. Okay, during the work week. I was only smoking on weekends. Okay, thank God, because I got a feeling if I would have been smoking during the week, okay, there was no fucking way. Even from when they told me I was gonna have the drug test to when it actually happened, that was like a week maybe. If I was like a regular everyday user, like who knows? But I ain't playing, man. I got $1,200 today, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't risking this shit. Oh, a beer or two. But like you just, you know what I mean? Like that gets out of your system. Like whatever. They just don't want drunks, like you being drunk. But like, nah. I ain't risking it. Joe Shipley, that's right. Yes, you're allowed to be gay. It's Pride. Happy Pride Month. High as a kite already. I just finished an energy drink. Magic Mush. Hey man. Yeah. First paycheck from a job in like since 2016. Since 2016, dude. First actual paycheck in 8 years. Almost 8 years. That's ridiculous. CBD, I don't know. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, you're not allowed to fucking have any type of substance like on you. You're not even like, you know what I mean? I couldn't have a pack of joints in my fanny pack and go to work. Like, they can, like, I can't, I'm not talking about these clients, but what I'm saying, guys, is like there's additional safety hazards, okay, to working at these job sites. That's all I'm gonna say. And while I'm doing this training, I'm like, are you guys trying to kill me? That's what I'm thinking while I'm taking this fucking training, okay? Like you like I'm probably gonna have to shave. Just in case I have to wear a respirator. You can't have facial hair if you're wearing a respirator. I'm just saying. This is like leveling up. This is leveling up from the clients that I've been working for. Okay, it's like I guess like it's crazy industrial. That's it intimidated me. I don't get like you can point a fucking bottle of fucking pepper spray at my ass, directly at my asshole, and I'm like, yeah, bring it. With this shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I getting involved in here? I'm not, like whatever. Obviously, people work for them. Shit, they're massive companies. I'm sure their safety records are good. But like, I'm just saying. It's like a little bit of a difference. Decorum Lopez, yeah. Yeah, Gish, what up? Jonah, did you check out my fucking my investment advice? Let me see if I can just fix up this tilt here a little bit or something. Anyway, guys, so yeah, I'm sober. Proved it. Flat Ronnie wrong again. Oh, he smokes his way too fuck. You're gonna fucking fail. L for fucking Flat Ronnie again. Just saying. Yeah. OSHA, I don't know what that is. That exhaust pipe is warrant activity stuff. So we have a job to do tomorrow. And then we're probably gonna drive back to Cornwall. Honestly, guys, I was considering going to Montreal and like spending some money, but I think I'm just gonna bank my money for a little bit and still live relatively poor. Like my next paycheck, like I paid like $500-600 today on just paying off my bills and my debts and things, and yeah, I took my foreman out for lunch and whatever. So I still got a bunch, and also your super chats from last month are coming in a couple days, so that's an extra $200. Thank you guys again, very gracious and generous of you all. I was worried I was gonna fail. Actually, I recall being fairly confident I was going to, but I didn't know how it worked. I figured that not hearing back from them is a good thing. I smoke a lot. What up? Can I get a refund for this blue shirt? This is actually given by Landon or Clee. I think it's Landon's. It was in my bag. They hooked me up with some extra clothes when Clee did my laundry, and sorry, and yeah, this was donated to me. Scuff Frank, what up? So yeah, guys. So I guess I'm not as much of a junkie as my branding has convinced you that I am. Some of you, you know. But I was confident based on a bunch of factors. A, I hadn't smoked in 10 days before that test. B, I hadn't been smoking during the week prior to the last time I smoked, so I wasn't a daily user. C, the threshold level for these tests, the original threshold level is 50 nanograms per milliliter, which is supposedly if you're a chronic user and you quit for 21 days, you'll be able to pass that kind of test. So I knew I wasn't chronic. I know I have a fast metabolism. I've been working in the sun, fucking hot days, drinking lots of water, 2 liters a day, fucking sweating it out. I don't have a lot of body fat on me. That's where THC stores. Oh, I fucked my shoulder up today though. You know the fucking the ladder and the door to the cage. It was like we have a lock on it so it doesn't like just open itself. But when we stopped to check the motor when the sound was coming out, I noticed that it was like looking like it was coming out. So anyway, I'm lucky it wasn't worse, but like I fucking unlocked the cage and it just fucking fell right down and just scraped me. A little scrape right there. Whatever. You can't wait till they fire me. Well, you see, companies generally need good reasons. But even if they do, which they are entitled to, within the first 3 months, they can fire you for any reason. It's a probationary period. At least I got some cash in my pocket. You know what I mean? That's another reason, you know what I mean? Like, it's smarter for me to save my money in the first, but I got to pay rent next week. So like, you know, next week's paycheck will probably be like 800. It's weekly pay, which is good too. So next week's paycheck will probably be around 800 or something. And I got to pay rent, which is $500. So that'll leave me with 300 plus with what I have now. I just want to bank a little bit there, but we'll still go out. We'll still go out. I'm going back to Cornwall. I'm not going to go and spend a bunch of money in Montreal this weekend. I would love to, but I don't know. I'd rather just bank it right now. You know what I'm saying? We'll still do something though. We'll do something. I got no issue like spending $50 here and there. You know what I mean? Like cash flow, yeah. Candy Cane, Stony Productions. Yeah, I am doing better. I mean, everything's subjective, right? Everyone needs to evolve or be left behind. Well, I'm just, it's just a goddamn fucking massive credit card from last year, $15,000. I want to pay it off, So it's just like, I don't want to completely ruin my credit. I did that in my 20s. I had to wait 7 years to get it all fucking, and like fixed or deleted off my credit history. Thankfully, they're unsecured loans, so they'll come off after 7 years. But I'd like to rebuild my credit. It took a deep dive. Everything's subjected. I'm $23,000 in debt at least. Yeah, but my bank account isn't in overdraft anymore right now. That's good. What is it like having money? Well, I had a good meal today. I had a good meal for lunch. I bought a real pack of smokes. I had an energy drink. My belly's full. Still a free hotel tonight. It feels good. I pay my bills. Like what I mean. They were all maxed out too. It was like I had $6 in my bank account yesterday, with fucking my credit all maxed out and still owing $100 on my credit on my phone. So like that was gonna get shut off soon probably if I didn't have a job. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's weekly pay, so it's fucking So I got last week in the bank, and it'll be coming next week, and then I got enough hours this week too. Yesterday was 12 hours. The other day was like 9 hours, so it's like 21. Today, I don't even know what today was because like I don't know how that works when we're just waiting around for mechanics and shit. But probably still 8 or 9 hours today, and then I got so what's that gonna be like 30 hours, and then tomorrow will be at least, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours, I imagine. From the bottom to the top, things will keep getting better. Well, yeah, and it feels good to be. It feels good to be just ask the Lambo guy for money. Well, he's probably gonna pay me that money at some point, but I borrowed that $2,500 from him to get out of Newfoundland, and then he just told me not to give it to him, to give it to my daughter. So I think once I do that, he'll be happy with that and show that I'm making some money responsibly. Probably, I don't know. I'm just not asking him for it. He's there if I have an emergency and I need it, clearly. But I think he's pretty proud of me. Like, it was a very, very quick turnaround. You know what I mean? I took the initiative to ask my buddy if he can hire me, and my other buddy if he can hire me, and he did. And I'm putting in good work. And yeah, I met the higher ups today. They're pretty cool. And yeah, things are all right. I still got low rent, even though I'm only there on weekends. Fucking pretty sweet accommodations every night at hotels. Getting free breakfast most places. Yeah, things are good. Did I see the wildfire in New Mexico this week? No, I did not. I can help Landon with his throttling. What's that? 40 Brooklyn style pieces just sitting in Frosty's bank account. This guy meets the very dictionary definition of loser. Did you really need to add dictionary in there? Where else do you find definitions? That's a little redundant, if you ask me. Oh, I mean, Jonah being repetitive. What a shocker. Every single fucking thing, he says the same goddamn thing. Looks like the job is kicking my butt. It's hot. When it's hot out, I sweat a lot. I've, like, my pants, there's my work pants. Like, these used to be pretty tight on me. I don't know. I'm getting tanned. I'm fucking tanned. Is it kicking my butt? No, I actually enjoy going out there and doing the shit. Yesterday we had to pump from another fucking, there was actually a little beaver dam near where we pumped out of like a little creek. We have to fill the tank with water, and if we're not really near a proper water source, like a hose or something, then we gotta find our own water. So go buy your beard trimmer. I may actually shave this entirely. As I had mentioned, the clients that ordered up these pre-screening drug tests for people to access their job sites, they don't fuck around. Okay, I'm just saying that they don't fuck around, and it is intense. It's gonna be like an adventure. I don't know, but in our training today, they gave us like I was basically being trained on these companies before anybody knew the results of the tests, drug tests, and we're learning their policies and stuff. And there's some hazards. It's industrial. We're killing weeds for some industrial companies, and there's a lot of hazards at these kinds of places. So I'm just saying, if there could be a chance that I might have to wear a respirator because of certain particles in the air, maybe, or whatever. So when you fit a fucking respirator on your face, you can't have the facial hair, because then it breaks the seal. So I might just shave my beard. But yeah, I was actually looking for a place to go buy a razor this morning, just so I could look a little less unkempt as I met the higher ups in the company today, like the heads of the division or whatever. So but whatever, or a collared shirt. Go for a hot towel shave. Sober Frosty, yeah, I'm sober. I you know what I mean? I would enjoy smoking a joint right now, and I just don't, I would hate to show up at these job sites and then they pull a surprise test on, and then fail the test while I'm out at the job. So I'm not even going to risk doing any substances while they're on the agenda. I ain't fucking around. They ain't fucking around. I wish I could tell you guys exactly what it is, but I'm just saying, going through these trainings was intimidating me, and I don't get intimidated that easily. I can't take you to company parties. I'm not allowed to really stream anything to do with my work. All I can do is tell you vaguely, vague stories, ambiguous stories. But I can talk about details, but I can't be specific about where I work. I can't stream while I work. Can't take pictures while I work because I'm on private property. Fucking can't take any pictures of my truck or anything like that, or chemicals or whatever. I haven't been saying anything. Noodles, what up? Weed is legal here, and so is alcohol. So are prescription opioids. So are prescription amphetamines, such as Adderall. But what they've done is they've determined thresholds of the nanograms that you're allowed to have in your system. And if you exceed that threshold, then it is determined that you could be a threat to either yourself or your fellow employees. So the threshold they set for THC, you could have a little bit, as I mentioned. I don't know exactly what nanograms. I didn't ask. I had in my system, but I might have. I probably had some. I probably had some because I had smoked 10 days earlier, but not enough to be deemed unsafe. So 50 nanograms per milliliter is the cutoff. And then if you surpass that, then they do a secondary test, which I believe actually is less than the first one, just to like specify exactly what it is and how much it is or whatever. So they do a second test to confirm it. It's a confirmation cutoff is what it's called. And yeah, so I was negative on all substances, 5-panel drug test, and I was negative on alcohol, below whatever limit they were asking. So, must be military property. I'm not saying anything. About, but I'm saying that it intimidated me. Okay, you can draw your own conclusions from what I say. I'm not confirming anything. All right. But it's serious, legit, okay? It's serious and legit. And I ain't doing anything to risk, I like this job. I'm not doing anything to I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing $1,200 in my bank account today. Okay? Just saying. I'm not really gonna risk, like, I guess I'm not a drug addict or something. I don't know. Like I'm able to control myself. Maybe this would have been different if it was a different time in my life or whatever. But no. It's not that bad. It's nice to have a cleanse, like to, get it out of the system. Because next time I do smoke a joint, I'm gonna get stoned as fuck. I know that. How many nanobots are in my system? No, negative on meth, negative on crack. Those were both tested for. I have one heck of an eco going on. Not really. Special Agent Frosty. Special clearance to spray at the mayor's house. No, I tested negative. I passed the drug and alcohol test. My life has literally... Are you going to say anything different, man? Because, like, I'm getting real close. Banning you. You're like... I'm not your bro. Time to end it? Oh. Later. Bitch. Q. What up, man? What's that? I bribed someone with my first check. Well, do you mean to put fake results in? They didn't even contact me. Here's what happened. The drug test was on Tuesday. Went in the morning, like 9:15. We were early, had it done. And then they contacted us an hour and a half, me and my informant, and they contacted us an hour and a half later, like, oops, we fucked up the paperwork. We fucked up the chain of custody or something. Or not we, but like the lab that, like the collection lab that we went to, they fucked it up. Maybe they fucking mailed it to the wrong place. I don't know what the fuck they did. Anyway, we had to go do another one, a second one. So they did that, and then I didn't hear anything back at all, but I happened to talk to my general foreman tonight, while we were on our way here, while we were waiting for a mechanic, actually. So what you're saying is that I got my first paycheck, and then I somehow knew someone at the original lab and bribed them? Come on, man. Come on. Here's what I did. I quit doing drugs, as hard as it is to believe. I prioritized this job over getting high. And I had already started reducing, as in not smoking during the work week, because there's a risk. If anything happens during this job, any safety emergencies, accidents, that type of thing, they mouth swab you and piss test you to see if you were fucking have unsafe levels of whatever substances in you. So I already knew that was a potential. So I'm just like, it is legal. So I'm like, I'm only going to do it on my fucking time, which is on the weekends, not while the company's paying for my fucking hotels. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because if I smoke at night, or if I'm smoking every day, that's going to give me a high fucking level. So thank you, Candy Cane. Yeah, Crack Rock say it. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just in a different place, guys. I'm in a different place. You know what I mean? And I do think it's hilarious. Okay. That I fucking was able to fucking switch it all around. You gotta admit, it was a pretty fucking quick turnaround, right, guys? Homeless, left Newfoundland with like almost no money except for what my buddy lent me, and within a month, I'm making the most money that I ever made in my life, doing a job that's like not that difficult because it's not constant hard work. It's like 10% hard work. The work that I do in the heat, especially, I'm trying to do my best. You know what I mean? And I'm like, give me the heat. Yeah, get that sweat dripping off my balls. This is Jordan, not Frosty. Yeah, I know I should just stream under my real name. You're right, though. You're right. You're right. Well, or it's the new Frosty. It's the new Frosty. This is the evolution of Frosty, okay? But I'm not even making music, which makes, you know what I mean, right now. I'm not even playing music. I haven't played a guitar since I was in Newfoundland, you know what I mean? I don't even own a guitar right now. That's something I need to buy. Andres Cazares, what up? Expected this. I'm not getting sucked in. I'm not getting sucked into that trap again. What? Yeah. So. Life is depressing. Well, it's like I'm in a phase of new experiences here. I've never had like a physical labor job in my life, really. The most physical labor job I had was, I mean, aside from a couple little like days here and there doing favors for people or whatever, like I had a roommate in Ottawa, and he ran like a demo company. So I helped him like cut carpet, like remove carpet from the floor and cut it and fucking roll it up and shit like that. It wasn't really that physical, but and like when I was like testing computer, like electronic devices, like finished products at a electronics manufacturing place. I mean, I guess I had to like lift a electronic unit like this from here and plug it in and put some cables in there and shit. But no, this is definitely the hardest physical labor job I've had. Definitely more physically involving than working at McDonald's or something, flipping burgers. Yeah, definitely. It's weird getting older and seeing how other people you used to know turned out mostly the exact same as they were 20 years ago. Well, that's another thing is like, like a lot of people that have been like hard workers, like physical workers. By the way, I have a much new respect for like the blue collar, like when I see like construction workers, um, and shit like that, like people in hard hats and like whatever, I notice them now, you know what I mean? And like, I respect, I have a respect for them. And you know what, like, I understand, like I used to be so anti-job, right? But I got myself into a situation where like the smartest decision was to get a job. And I was just fortunate enough, to have you guys to help me in the transitional period, and friends being able to help me in the transitional period. And fortunate enough to have a friend who's in like a hiring position to be able to get me the job, because I wasn't really looking forward to fucking sending out resumes. I did send some resumes out in fucking Newfoundland for some shitty ass jobs like Walmart and fucking grocery store and shit like that, and they didn't even hire me. But yeah, no, maybe I have a horseshoe up my ass or something. I don't know. Maybe it's magic. I don't know. Just have the right intentions. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be, paying some child support and fucking. Who knows how long this job's gonna last? Again, I'm in my probationary period. Who knows? We've seen things fucking change quickly, right? Like when I first thought I was getting the job, and then the next week I was potentially getting, not getting the job, and then I was getting the job and I got it, and now, whatever. And there's a lot of things are changing with the company. So I have the feeling that it might not end up being seasonal, and I might end up getting moved to a different team at some point, or who knows, doing a completely different job. Again, I'm just playing it by ear, but I do enjoy it. I you know what I mean? It's like kind of like working out. Like I said, like people like working out. I could use a little bit extra muscles. Like the transitioning period was the shroom streams. Those were educational streams for you guys. Okay, first off, okay, I'm happy to educate people on psychedelic things. But they got repetitive too, like it always just ended up being terminal cheesecake and me and my Speedo fucking puking. Like that was whatever. It's almost like everything has been given to me. And yes, that 10% though is like essential to this job. So somebody's got to do it. Save. Yeah. It's definitely a life change. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is like a lot of people who had physical labor jobs, like, let's say from their 20s to, whatever age, I would imagine like the human body like eventually starts like giving in a little bit when you're like over 40, right? So I'm 42 right now, and I'm just basically getting my first physical labor job. I could handle more. I could definitely do more. Like, but like our truck only sprays so much. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'd like to get a day in where we do 5 tanks. That would be fucking awesome. But yeah, the other day in like 35-degree weather Celsius, filling a tank with the sun beating down on me, I was in a long sleeve fucking protective fucking sweater. Was, it was sweaty. It was hot, but I'm used to it. Yeah, the hotel rooms aren't so bad. Saving for retirement yet? Well, I'm probably going to start throwing a little bit into crypto, to tell you the truth. I'm thinking like $100 a week, maybe. Just putting it. I'm going to ask my buddy for some advice, because I haven't been, my Lambo buddy. I haven't been, who made tens of millions of dollars off crypto, by the way. I'm going to ask him for some advice to just start putting some stuff into. Kidney stone. Yeah, it's been bothering me almost every morning, so I've been taking the Toradol, but that's fine. Retirement? No, not yet. This company does offer like match contributions to like RRSPs or something. I think they're registered retirement savings plans. I don't know. I think it's after, if you're employed with them for like 6 months, you can apply for that. I'm looking forward to get my daughter on the benefits plan, you know what I mean? So she'll be able to have like her teeth cleaned for really cheap and whatever else. I am still poor. Bull monkey, what up? I passed the drug test. The drug and alcohol test came back negative. I am still poor right at this second. Yes, I got a $1,200 paycheck last night for my first week of work, which again included 7 hours of overtime, and the $50 per diem, which I get on every paycheck, non-taxable. So it was just under $1,200. It was like $1,190 or something like that. Yank Chains, work hard, play hard. Yeah, it's just that these clients that ordered up this pre-screening drug test, they're seriously like, I don't even want to fucking like risk like I already know I'm good right now. I know for a fact that I'm good right now. So like I don't want to like change that while I am potentially going to work for these insane companies. I'm just saying. I didn't do this training today. Like I didn't finish all the training, but I will say one of the trainings today was a helicopter safety training. I didn't do it. So I don't know what it's involved. Maybe it's just like stay away from the propellers or something. I don't know. Or if it's like, while you're in a helicopter, make sure you're fucking buckled up or something. I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, okay, just to like let you guys know, like this is like next level. This is next level from what I'm doing right now. These clients, I can understand why they have, now I understand why they have fucking pre-screening, okay? I'm just saying, it intimidated me. Not because I'm doing the same job, but just the environment that I will be around contains potentially multiple hazards. And as I said, I will say this, there is a potential that I could have to wear a respirator at some point. It's like a face mask respirator, and you can't have facial hair. You're not allowed to have facial hair when you're fucking wearing one of those, because this creates a break in the seal. They can't do a fucking thing. So I will be shaving my face. You're gonna get to see my overbite again at some point. Okay, it's not for like a couple weeks. I'm supposed to work for them or whatever. I don't know. I didn't do the helicopter training, okay? But there might be helicopters around, is what I'm saying. Obviously, there might be helicopters around. So it might. I didn't do it, but I saw it in my list of courses that I had to take. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just saying these clients don't play around. They don't play around, and I ain't fucking around. I like my paychecks right now. I like the job that I'm doing. And yeah, let's go. Okay, my job is to fill tanks on a truck, basically, okay? So like a helicopter safety training. That's not going to teach me like how to fucking. I don't think it's spraying. I don't think it's spraying on a helicopter. I'm just saying I think there will be helicopters around. That's all I'm saying. There's got to be. Otherwise, I wouldn't include that in the fucking. You know what I mean? It's like probably like, you know, if you see a helicopter and the propellers are moving, like stay a certain distance or like make sure to wear eye protection or something, you know. Or maybe it is like actually going in helicopter safety. I don't know. Do more overtime and make hay whilst the sun shine. Yeah. I don't determine my schedule at all. I'm literally still like just a helper, just a groundsman. I just like they say jump and I say how high. That's where I'm at. Sometimes my opinion is asked on certain situations. Sometimes I can, you know, help out with stuff in terms of strategy and that kind of stuff. But no, it's I don't even know if that. I don't even know if I don't even know if the helicopter has anything to do with us, dude. Like, but all I'm saying is that there's probably helicopters around. There's got to be. Otherwise, I wouldn't be giving a helicopter safety training. And I will also say that these companies are legitimately legit. Like, yeah. I'm just saying, I understand why they're pre-screening because there is actual legitimate like potential hazards and risks with these particular clients. No, what a sandwich to order. We usually fucking bring our lunches with us. Stop repeating myself, yeah. Helicopters aren't safe. I guess, next, I'll be deployed in Syria. Who knows? Hey, what about? We'll just change the subject. We can stop talking about me for a second. I heard the U.S. like is what are they are they implementing like a draft or something like what age like 18 or 19 to 26 males or something like that can be called into military service or something like that? Is that true, Turney McCrank? No, Turney, you were actually fucking wrong, dude. There was no breathalyzer. It was a urine analysis of the alcohol. And it was also, if you go Google right now, 5-panel drug test cutoff points. And you'll also see it's 50 nanograms for the original test. If you get negative on that, then there's a lower cutoff for the secondary test. It wasn't 20. I thought you were just fucking with me after I actually looked it up, even, you know, from whatever company, you know, but the Canadian one there, whatever. Yeah, they have all kinds of tests. That's why I asked you if it was like, before weed got legalized. I assumed that it was before weed got legalized because you said you had a card or whatever, and I don't think they even give those out anymore, do they? But yeah, no, you just look it up, Google it, you'll find it real easy. Put in that company name or whatever. And I checked it, and they have cutoff points for amphetamines, they have cutoff points for opiates, they have cutoff points for cocaine. So that's to like eliminate the possibility of secondhand, you know, if you're like, you know, if you're just, you know, walking down your hallway in your apartment building or whatever, and someone blows a crack hoot in your face or whatever, you know what I mean? You don't want to lose your job because of that, right? Or like whatever. Yeah, Google 5-panel drug test cutoff or threshold amounts. And even put in that company name that you mentioned. You'll see it. Different companies have different tests. That's right. But right at this current time, they have a standard. They have the standards based on the industry. So yes, you're right. Clients can choose whatever cutoff amounts they want, but there's a standard that's determined by the U.S. Department of Transportation and like the Canadian Health and Safety. So I actually don't know what thresholds they were using. I honestly don't know. All I received information from is that I passed the test. It came out negative. So, but you'll see the standards. Remember, we were talking about whether it's 50 or 20 nanograms per milliliter. The standard is 50, is what I'm saying. But you're right. Clients can choose whatever they want. Like you'll see, like it's like 500 nanograms for milliliters for amphetamines, which is like Adderall, amphetamines. That's the same thing. Four salts of amphetamines in there. MDMA, shit like that. So, because people can be prescribed stuff, right? What they're trying to determine is the safe levels to have in your system, where you're not a threat to yourself or your fellow employees. Oilers in 7, Young Dorito. I don't know. That last game was pretty. Like Oilers got. I watched it. Oilers got up pretty early, and then fucking Florida was fucking hammering down. But yeah, it's all. Yeah, you're right. You're right, attorney. That like whoever you were working for, they might have set 20. Yeah, of course, it's possible. But maybe they were setting 20. I don't. You didn't mention how long ago that was, but maybe they were mentioning 20 when it was illegal. So it's not just like, but there's been, right now it's the standard. So I don't see why my company would deviate from the standard and put additional strain. But what I will say is the clients are fucking insane. Okay. It's fucking insane. And I wish I could tell you guys all about it, but I can't. And there's also a possibility that like I may not even be able to stream while I'm in these locations at all. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know about accommodations or like free time and shit, but I think we're like going in, doing the job, and then getting the fuck out. I think that's so like free time and shit like that. I don't know. Yeah, the stringent tests because of the job. Yeah. So yeah, the people ordering it up, they can set whatever amount they want. But if the risk of the stringent ones is that you might set off secondhand exposure. That's a problem for people. You know what I mean? Like I said, I walked down this fucking street in Cornwall, and some dude pulled out in front of me on a scooter smoking a joint, and I smelt it. You know what I mean? Maybe my roommates were smoking some weed or something like that. You know what I mean? But either way, they gave no fucks about secondhand. What do you mean they gave no fucks? How do you tell it's secondhand? It's like a lower amount of. Are you saying like if it was secondhand and you still inhaled it, then you're fucked? Is that what you're saying? Oh, if you had secondhand, you were fucked. Right. So I'm just by that information that you're giving me, I'm assuming that it was illegal at that time that you took these tests, because even then a company wouldn't want you hanging around with people who are doing it illegally. That's my interpretation of it. We're in different times now. It is a legal substance. And as I've now proven, I was able to smoke weed 10 days before this test and still pass it. As I thought I would. I think I could have passed it under 7. I don't know the results. I didn't actually see what nanograms I was at, but probably 7 days based on what I was doing. Can we talk about the Tetris Championship? Alex Taco Head. I didn't really watch it, but I did see it. There was a lot of people watching. Like I saw like 7,000 people watching it. When I turned it on, it was like the guy who runs the Classic Tetris channel. He was like getting all emotional and crying about like, oh, it's 40 years of Tetris and oh, we gotta thank everybody for supporting us. But I didn't actually see any of the gameplay. They didn't even test for marijuana. Joe Shilby. Yeah, I passed. I got the results. Today. Not the like I got the result that I was negative. That was cringe. Yeah. Yeah, I got the results that I passed the test. And I would assume that I had a little bit in my system, but like I said, 50 nanograms per milliliter on the first test. That's what they do. They have a cutoff threshold that you're allowed to have in your system, but if you're at that level or they exceed it, then they put your piss through a secondary test, which has lower amounts. So it's actually 15 nanograms per milliliter on the secondary test, and then they really like focus in on what exactly you did. Inspector Des, thank you. Secondary inhalation is very low compared to actually smoking. Again, the same factors apply though. Like, let's just say I lived with potheads. Who smoke all day. Okay, let's just imagine that. And all day I'm inhaling secondary smoke for fucking a week or whatever. It's gonna still build up in you, and by the time you get that fucking test, you're gonna have more than if you were at just a one party and inhaling secondhand smoke. But still, at a 50 nanogram level, at a 50 nanogram per milliliter level, you're probably not gonna reach 50 nanograms on secondhand smoke, but you might reach 20 nanograms. So a stringent test would, even though you didn't smoke it, because you live with fucking potheads who are doing something legal, you fail a test and you lose your job, or you whatever. Not my situation, but Dimitri, it's Pride Month, man. Why you gotta fucking use hate speech like that? Yeah. So, yeah, we had a poll, and most people thought I would. It was pretty close. But most people thought I was gonna fail. So, yeah, we're good. One Adderall can keep you going for 2 days. Probably depends on the dosage on that, but yeah. So for amphetamines, like, again, they're trying to determine the unsafe level of amphetamines in someone's system. Okay, so people, like the Department of Transportation and like in Canada, whatever it is, it's like a Department of like Health and Safety work. Canadian Workers Health and Safety, or I don't know what it's called, but there's they determine it. So like, if you're prescribed Adderall, like obviously that's not making things unsafe. That's supposed to fucking help you. It's probably unsafe if you're not on the Adderall. You know what I'm saying? Like more for people who need it or whatever, ADHD or whatever. I mean, you can't be like, what am I doing here? No, they take their Adderall and they fucking can focus on shit. I suppose that's how it works or something. I don't know. So, and you can't discriminate against people for that kind of shit. So, yeah. What's the plan for the weekend? So I believe we're going back to Cornwall tomorrow night. We do have a little bit of a job to do tomorrow. So I think we're going back tomorrow night. And I was considering getting dropped off in Montreal on the way back. But I kind of just want to save my money. Like, I don't want to go spend $100 or $150 on a hotel room this particular weekend. Tomorrow is the first day of summer. I think Monday is like Saint Jean Baptiste Day in Quebec, I think. That's like the national holiday here. I said, no, Bull Monkey, you didn't. Yeah, no, you didn't say I would fail. And you're right. You're right. It depends. To fail me specifically, or fail. I think you said any worker really, but anyways. I think she has plans. Tetris Effect. Yeah, at some point I will though. At some point I've already like talked to her about that. We're definitely gonna be hanging out this summer. Yeah, I did hang out with her the other day. Father's Day. Civil War battlefield. That's like Quebec City has that kind of stuff there. They have like a big fort that you can check out. But I did the responsible thing, guys. I stopped using substances. And even before that, I knew there was a drug test, I was already reducing. And when I came back to Cornwall, I didn't have a lot of money to waste on fucking pot. So I'd already been reducing. So I was very confident. And I know my body. And when I did take a piss test when I was 19, I know how long it took me to get clean from like daily usage. I was clean in 23 days after I quit cold turkey when I was 19. So I wasn't a daily user in this case. Occasional weekend user. And then I stopped because I knew a drug test was coming. And now that I actually know what clients have ordered up this pre-screening, I'm intimidated by them. And there are legitimate safety hazards at these job sites, just saying. And I will be refraining from doing any substance aside from maybe a beer here and there. Oh shit. You hear that play? Darmic Bum, what up? Ask them what my prospects in the job are. Well, it's the same job I've been doing. It's just at their site. But their site has a whole new level of potential risks and hazards as compared to the jobs that I've been working on the last 2 weeks. There's already been some guesses at what type of job site that could be. I'm not divulging anything. I'm not, but it's crazy. It does have me like, when I was doing the training, I was like, are these fuckers trying to kill me? Or like, really? Like, I was like, ooh, do I really need this job? No. Promotion. Advancement at this position, they do courses for like your tickets or your certification or your permits or whatever. They do it like at the start of the year, like before the season starts. So it would be advantageous for me to get my driver's license.
Darmic_Bum donated $5 Canadian through Super Chat. Upward trend, upward trend, upward trend.
Thank you very much, Darmic Bum. Very gracious, very generous. Much appreciated. Thank you. And again, I am also, so I got my first paycheck last night. 1,200 Canadian dollars, just under, like $11.90. And I'm also receiving the super chats from last month. They pay those out once a month, so I'm getting that maybe tomorrow or Monday, I guess. So thank you very much, guys, for padding my income and helping me get through this time. I paid off all my debts, all my bills. Not all my debts, not all my credit today, but I paid off my immediate bills, like my minimum payments and shit. Put $100 on my credit card as well. Paid off my cell phone bill. Paid off the money I had borrowed to help me get through this point. You guys have been extremely supportive. You guys are helping me in my fucking off time here, not being bored off my fucking ass. And I hope you guys are enjoying the story. I did intend to go out for steak tonight, but we had the air conditioner for like the fan belt problems with the car with the truck after when we were on our way here, and so it turned into a longer day than I expected, which is fine because I think I got paid for all that wait time, which is all right. And yeah, so I still have to go to bed early tonight because I do have to work tomorrow. How long do I think it will take me to promote me to my level of incompetence? Well, I haven't been displaying any incompetence aside from like the odd newbie mistake, but I learn from my mistakes. I don't know. I haven't really looked into what other jobs are within this company, but I will probably look into them next year when they start offering courses for certifications, which come with pay increases. And as I mentioned, like a lot of the jobs do involve driving. So if I were to get my driver's license, it would actually take about a year from when I get my learners to when I'm eligible to get a license that I can drive by myself. So Tetris Effect, it all depends. The schedules can vary because weather can play a factor. But tomorrow's supposed to be a sunny day. We have a job lined up, and I believe after we're completed that job, we will go back to Cornwall. And then I think Monday, even though it's Saint Jean Baptiste Day in Quebec, we will be driving to our new location, and because we can't drive up, like nobody's working on Mondays, like in terms of Quebec. So we will drive to our location on Monday, and then Tuesday we will begin our new job. Yeah, that's the plan. African Village. Yes, what a day. So first off, I got my first paycheck, African Village. Cleared 1,200 Canadian dollars, just $10 shy of that. I had training at the head office early today, so that is where we learned about the clients who requested the pre-screening drug tests that I took, drug and alcohol tests that I took on Tuesday. At that point, I had not received my results. So I learned about the clients, and I completely understand why they have pre-screening and they're selective with who they are allowing on their job sites. It is a very intense company, I would say, with many more potential hazards and risks just at these job sites. So I do understand why it intimidated me, and these jobs, these companies are kind of intimidating. So I learned about them while we were doing our testing and our learning. The company fixed our air conditioner in the truck because it's been extremely hot. But they had to put a new compressor in. Then they found out that there was a leak for the fluid that goes in or whatever, so they had to empty out the tank, or empty out whatever, I don't know shit about cars, but they had to empty it out, put new, patch it up or whatever, and then put more fluid back in. After the testing, we didn't finish it, but we can just do it later, but because it's in a couple weeks when we deal with these clients. So then we drove about an hour away and went for lunch. I treated my foreman to lunch because she treated me to Boston Pizza last night and has been very buying me drinks and stuff here and there, like energy drinks or whatever. She's been pretty helpful with the transition over till payday, and so I treated her to lunch at this Benny and Co. place, which is like chicken and stuff, rotisserie chicken. It was pretty good. But when we turned the truck on, we started hearing a squealing noise from the engine. We called head office and they sent over the mechanic, which took them an hour to get there. And then we learned that there was a fan belt issue or some type of belt, because the compressor that he put in, it's all aftermarket shit, so I guess he didn't align it correctly or whatever, but I guess the belt was like rubbing against the new compressor. And so my foreman who was driving was worried, like, are we going to make it to our location, or is the truck going to break down? And he said that we'd be able to make it, which we did. And we checked the belt when we got here and it wasn't damaged. So he believed that we'd be able to make it back to Cornwall tonight, or do our work tomorrow and also make it back to Cornwall tomorrow night. And then we can have a Cornwall mechanic who's familiar with the vehicle, like an aftermarket. And then I got my results. Then I got my result from my drug and alcohol test, and I passed it. The results were negative. So we're good to go for our pre-screening. BG, what up? How did it feel to see $12 to $100 in the bank? It felt good. It felt good. It was more than I expected. I thought I was going to clear around 1,000, but it was like 200 more, so that's nice. I paid off my bills, and I paid back to people. Well, actually, as soon as I saw it, I didn't pay it off immediately. I went back to sleep because it was 12 o'clock and I had to be up for fucking 6 or whatever. But when I woke up, I paid off my bills, and I paid back the people that I borrowed money from. So. Aftermarket, everything on this truck is aftermarket, pretty much. Maybe not the engine, I don't know. The Peter principle, I don't know what that is. Will I be doing anything different than usual on this job? The job tomorrow, I may be doing hand spraying. That's the job tomorrow. The job for the clients that required the pre-screening, probably not anything different. It's just the company is I guess I would just say more hardcore than the ones that the clients that we've been working for. I would say that, which it explains why they're requiring pre-screening. Like it's another level of company. Let's just say, I gotta be discreet. Get any chemicals in my mouth yet? I don't think so. Not like directly in my mouth. I don't know. One of the classroom things that we did today, and I've done this training before at different companies, but was WHMIS, WHMIS. I think it's like hazardous materials and whatever. So. Yeah, I was looking at our safety data sheets and whatever on our chemicals the other day, because I had to find, because like one chemical we were using, there's like a volatility on it, a volatility level where it becomes like inactive over 30 degrees Celsius or whatever. So like we were just double checking yesterday because it was fucking hot, but that was like a different chemical that we were using. So the ones that we had were all good. They're not real volatile. Have I gotten any in my mouth yet? I don't know. I don't think so. Susie Jagger. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's just good goddamn thing I stopped smoking weed during the week. Let's just say that. That was a responsible decision. Nobody told me I had to do that. But because there was a potential, just because there was a potential, if something goes on beyond my control, where there's an accident, an emergency, whatever, they drug test you after the fact to see if you were fucking high or if you had an unsafe level of substances in you, which could be a factor in why there was an emergency. Who knows? So once I heard that they do that, I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to smoke while I'm at work. Now, I'm not at work right now, but they are paying for this room right now. So I've thought, you know what, maybe I won't smoke weed while they're fucking paying for my fucking hotels. That'll, having one beer is not unsafe, okay? That's not, like, by any measure of it, a blood alcohol level, you know what I mean? That's not an unsafe thing. If I'm having a beer at night, that's fine. But weed does stay in your system for a prolonged period of time. So I knew how much I had been smoking and whatever, and so I stopped. And then when I was advised that I'll be having a fucking drug test in a week, I said, okay, well, I'm not going to smoke on this weekend either. And I was already not smoking during the week. And I said, I'm not going to smoke on this weekend. It would have been fucking stupid to smoke, 7-Eleven manager, whatever. Rate the chemicals and which of the tastes. I don't fucking taste them, and they all have poison fucking labels on them, and I don't smell them either. You know what I mean? We're in a I'm outside filling the tank. It's very well ventilated, which is appropriate for these safety data sheets that are on them. Like, they tell you the instructions on how to fucking do it. And yeah, no, I don't. Like, you don't open a bottle of fucking chemicals and, oh, that smells good. Like, you don't do that shit. You don't do that shit. Neo, what up? Pizza person, Tetris when. Well, I only have my laptop here. Okay, it does not have a good video card. It's just got like the onboard on the i5 or whatever. So I can't actually play Tetris on this laptop. I would need my desktop, or I would need to purchase a new laptop. So to say when, I don't know. Do you really want more Tetris? Like, we played it for months. Thousands of games. That was a new one. Does it have a corrosive warning label on it? No. Forget the test. I have not described the Peter. I don't know what that is, man. Wasted. Google it. Maybe I'll check it out after, man. All right, guys, it is 9:28 p.m. I wanted to let you guys know what was up. Everything's good. Not a junkie. Passed the test. Intimidated by these clients, so I'm going to stay sober. I do have to work tomorrow, which requires sleep. I did not get a good night's sleep last night. I was so excited to get my paycheck. I set my alarm for exactly I think I went to bed at like 10:30, and I set my alarm for 12 a.m. so I could see my fucking balance. I didn't know. I still didn't check my pay stub, so I don't know exactly what my hourly rate is, but I got more than what I expected. It was a good day, and now I'm just like thinking maybe I'll save my money until at least I can have 1,000, because I paid off my shit, so I don't have $1,000 in my account right now. But I'd like to just keep 1,000 in there, and then I'll start doing stuff with the cash afterwards. After I already just banked at least 1,000, I gotta pay rent off the next paycheck, and that's gonna leave me like probably around 300 to stack, and yeah. And then this week's gonna be a little bit shorter because we didn't actually work Monday. Oh, wait, did we? No, we didn't work Monday. We started Tuesday. We did like 9 hours Tuesday, 12 hours yesterday. I think today was probably around 10 to 12 hours. Probably about 10 or 11 hours because there was a lot of waiting time for the mechanic and shit. And tomorrow, so what's that? It's like over 30 hours. Wait, 9 plus 12 is 21 today. Let's say it was 10 hours. So it's like 31. So probably gonna end up, I don't know, tomorrow's probably like a 6 to 8 hour day. I'm gonna guess. Got a couple things to do. Gotta go pick up chemicals in the morning. We gotta go fill the tank. We gotta fucking do this job, which is supposed to take a couple hours. It might be hand spraying. And then we gotta drive back to Cornwall. So all that's probably gonna be, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours probably. So I'll probably end up around 40 hours again, which is to be expected. When RV? Well, I won't be able to drive. My opportunity to educate everyone, but everybody could also Google it. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Everything is good on the up, and we're going to see where this goes. And for those of you who didn't think I'd last a month, this is week 3, and we're almost done week 3. So I don't know, guys. If you guys were betting against me, I'm not counting my chickens that were hatched. They can fire me for whatever, any reason they want to. But now my company knows that I'm sober. Not that they even know who the fuck I am anyway. But unless they Google my name. But yeah, no, I think we're good, guys. I've really taken to this job. Well, I'm taken to the lifestyle. I'm a versatile person, and this is something that I need to do. I feel it's a good opportunity. Checks off what I'm looking for in employment. The people I work with and the people I work for are pretty cool. And the job, while that 10% that I am actually like doing physical labor is somewhat intensive, especially in the heat. I enjoy it. I'm getting exercise. I'm learning about new things, new industries. And I do actually feel like I'm contributing and making the people that I work for, who are people I've known for a while, look good at their jobs. So I guess it feels good to be a little more productive in society, I guess. But I'm also like, I feel like I'm telling you guys a good story. You know what I mean? I'm showing you guys a good story. It's like, this is feel good shit right now. There's probably people whose minds are blown out there because they've been watching me for me being a degenerate welfare fucking meth head for fucking 5 years or whatever. And I'm happy to show you guys the evolution of, happy to show you that, maybe I'm not quite what you expected me to be, or what, I am a real person. I am, willing to work if I have to. Which I didn't have to. I could just go on welfare again or something, you know what I mean? But no, I like buying good cigarettes there. I like buying brand cigarettes. I'm getting sick of those fucking knockoffs there, Sober on paper. Well, that's really all the proof. Get my license permit, use Landis card to take the test. Yeah, I could do that. But it takes a year. It takes a year to take the driving test. The first one's a written test, and then it takes a year. Unless I take driver's ed, then I can get it in 8 months. So if I was to do that, and then that's not even the full license, that's just the G2. But I can drive alone with that license, just no alcohol at all. But thank you, Dharmic Bum. Yeah, stocks are rising. I do plan to invest in cryptocurrency. Benefits plan starts 3 months from the start date, from my start date, and there is still a chance this could be, if I get enough hours in and whatever, everything works out, it could be a seasonal job, so I still might get the winters off. But I have a feeling they're, because I think I am doing a good job, so it's like they're probably gonna want me on other teams. I'm just saying, that's usually what happens. I'm trainable. I'm not an idiot. I was getting 100% on some of the tests today. Didn't fail one. I took 3 or 4 tests. Didn't fail any of them. 80% is a passing grade. And I got a couple 100% and a 92% one. I think I only took 3 tests today, but yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. MC Fossey out.